Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I am announcing that myself and the lovely Kaitlin from KittyG are running our Let's Get Graphic one-day readathon again. This is going to be taking place on the 5th of May. It's a one-day readathon. We've run this quite a few times, mainly because we found that our graphic novels and comics were sort of getting stacked on the shelf for those days where you just fancy reading something with pictures and just fancied getting engrossed into some graphic novels, and yet that day sort of never comes and then they stack up. So we set ourselves the challenge of one day just having a readathon where we could just purely indulge in all of our graphic novels. So this is, maybe the 4th time? I can't remember, maybe the 3rd time we've run this now, but it'll be the 5th of May. It'll be from 12 to 12, the usual time frame in your time zone, and it's just a chance to really catch up and just get reading some of those graphic novels that you've put aside. As always with this, we do set some challenges. This is really just if you want to guide yourself along and sort of join the fun and tick things off on the day, but really it doesn't matter. If you've got graphic novels on your shelf that you want to read that don't fit these categories, you don't need to go out and buy more to fit the categories. There's no grand prize. It's just for some people they quite like the challenge. I quite like the challenge of ticking off the little challenges as I go on a readathon. So let's talk about those and I'll tell you what I am reading for those along the way. So challenge number 1 is to read something with blue tones. So we wanted to pick a colour where a lot of the pictures are in that colour, or there is a prevalence of a particular colour within the graphic novel. You get that quite a lot at the moment, or there's sections where there's really heavy usage of the colour red, or there's parts of it that have been done in a certain colour palette, and I really enjoy that. So we've chosen blue. So for that I'm going to be reading volume 2 of Wires and Nerve, which is called Gone Rogue. This is by Marissa Meyer, and it's obviously the sort of side follow-on to the Lunar Chronicles. I've really been enjoying this graphic novel series as a follow-on to the Lunar Chronicles, and this has a definite blue tone all the way through. As you can see, I just can't wait to get stuck back into this world. I really enjoyed the first one in this series, which follows Aiko, the android, who is on a quest to uncover all the rogue sort of werewolves and bring them to justice, and it's brilliant. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this one. The next challenge is to read a standalone, and for that I have picked Graveyard Shakes by Laura Terry. This is a book that just looks right up my street in terms of its artwork. It's about 2 girls. They go to a private boarding school and one of them really tries to fit in. The other one is just unapologetically herself, doesn't quite fit in, gets picked on, and she runs away. Her sister goes looking for her and stumbles upon this graveyard full of real life ghosts and ghouls and various different things, and we follow the story of that and the 2 sisters. I'm really looking forward to this. It sounds like a lot of fun. The next challenge is to read a non-fiction. I show these, I think, every Let's Get Graphic readathon, but I want to get to Clueless in Tokyo by Betty Reynolds. This is an explorer's sketchbook of weird and wonderful things in Japan. It's non-fiction and it's just showing lots of weird and wonderful things about Japan. If you didn't know about me, I am obsessed with going to Japan. It's not the right time in our lives to do it now. We want to wait and go and take Matilda when she's a teenager, when we think we'll really enjoy it, but it's one of my bucket list places to go, so I'm gonna go through the medium of graphic novels instead for now. Next up is the challenge of starting a new series. I am really enjoying Riverdale on Netflix, and so I'm going to be picking up Jughead Volume 1 by Chip Zdarsky and Erica Henderson. I really like Jughead's character, especially in Riverdale, and so I'm going to be picking this up and working my way through and hopefully reading the whole thing and finding out a little bit more about Jughead's side story. And then the final challenge is to carry on series that you've already started, so to continue with series, and I've got quite a few to choose from here. I have got volume 8 of Saga, which I have yet to read. I've got volume 6 of Giant Days. I really love Giant Days, so this may win out if it's a choice between these 3. And then in single issues, I've got issues 1 to 6 of the Jetsons. Now, slightly cheating because I have read issue 1, so this may slot into the category of continuing with a series instead, but I now have what I think wraps up one story arc, so I will be picking up these at some point too. So that is my pile that I shall be picking from for the Let's Get Graphic readathon. I really hope that some of you want to take part and get to some of your graphic novels, and I can't wait to find out what you decide to read. Even if you just want to read one graphic novel during the day, that is absolutely fine. Or even if you just want to read one single issue, go for it. It's just giving you that freedom to just pick it up, and I hope you decide to join us, and I look forward to seeing your TBRs. Anyway, that's it from me, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.